78 Sports TV here with my brother, Mr. Kenny Porter. How you doing, Kenny?
I'm real good. How are you?
Great, man. Great. How you and Shawn doing?
Everything's good on this end. Just keeping it a steady pace and keep everything balanced, the weight balanced, the training balanced until we get a date, and then we'll crank it up.
Okay. What's going on with Andre Berto? I know you guys want that fight. What's going on with Berto on his half? Have you guys heard anything from Berto's team about wanting to fight?
You said Andre no-show?
Right.
At this point, he's a no-show. Yeah, Andre no-show. We're waiting on him to go ahead and comply to the fight. On our end, date, time, place, money, we'll deal with all that later. Go ahead and say yes to the fight. Let's make an announcement of the fight, and then we can do the rest of the business. We're not concerned with that because we know when you get to the level that we are right now and the level that Andre Berto's at, you're going to be paid correctly. It's going to be a nationally televised fight. It's going to be in a great venue. We already know those things.
Right.
So there's just the matter of him actually, going ahead and saying yes to the fight.
Okay. How was the promotional company going? I know you guys launched the promotional company. How is that going?
Well, actually, for us with that particular situation, we have to have the right fight and the right fighters. So, a few different guys that we brought in and we've looked at and we've communicated with over a period of time. We just felt like it wasn't the right situation for us. So we're waiting, hopefully, Shawn's next fight to, if not promote the fight, co-promote the fight. So the best, investment is to invest in yourself. So that's what we're going to do right now.
Okay. If Berto doesn't step to the plate, who are you guys willing to fight right now at 147?
Well, at this point in time, there's really nobody that has actually stepped up to take the fight with us. It's actually a situation where, we were contacted and offered the date. We were contacted and offered the network. So they're trying to find someone to take the fight. And, some guys, like Thurman and Garcia, they're already scheduled. Other guys, may have to wait until a guy says yes to take the fight with them, the title fight, that type of thing. So there's only a few guys that are available. And Andre Berto was number one on the list. And so when we got the information that he said he wanted to fight Shawn, we said, okay, this doesn't happen very often when we get information that someone wants to fight us, and we're ready to do that. So Shawn called him up. Actually, it was early set that called Berto up on the FaceTime, and Shawn said, hey, let's make a fight. They went back and forth on Twitter about it a little bit, and Berto says, if it makes dollars, it makes sense. Again, when you get to this level, trust me and believe me, there's not an argument. There's no miscommunication or misunderstanding. You know when you're at this level, you're fighting on national TV. You know that you're going to be in a beautiful venue, and you know that the money is going to be a good payday for you. So there's absolutely no reason for us, we don't have one, to say no to the fight. We said yes to the fight. Now we need him to step up and go ahead and say yes and get the deal done.
Okay. Let me get a couple of predictions for you. What do you think of Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman? Who do you have winning that fight and why?
Well, I got Keith winning the fight. Keith made it through a very hard fight with Shawn, and he came out victorious in that decision. I'll say he had to go through hell and back to get that decision. And, I think, and Shawn does too, that he's better prepared at this point in time to take on tougher competition in comparison to Danny, who just came off a fight with a guy that wasn't at the level of, wasn't even at the level of the top 10 fighter. So his preparation is much better for the Keith Thurman Danny Garcia fight. Keith's preparation is much better for that fight, and I think he wins because of it.
Okay. What do you think is going on with? I mean, you got Earl Spence and Kell Brook. Kell Brook claims he wants to keep his IBF welterweight title, but do you think he will face Earl Spence? And if he does, what happens in that fight?
Here's the question: do I think he'll fight him?
Right.
You know what? It's like 50-50. I know he doesn't want to take that fight. Joe doesn't want to take the fight. I just saw an interview where he named off a number of different fighters that he thought were more worthy to fight him than Errol Spence, and that just tells me that he definitely doesn't want to fight. But I mean, there's no surprise there for me. People can say what they want to say about the fight, but we never offered a rematch. We've never heard Kevin mention Shawn Porter's name in any type of capacity. And they're, doing everything they can to make sure that they don't have to fight Errol Spence. But I did talk to Errol, and I told him, I said, let me know when you know if you got to go to the UK, I'm headed over there with him. So, we will be there for the fighters that we take.
Okay. All right. So, what are you guys' plans? 2017 should be a big year. I'm looking for this to be a big year for Shawn. What do you guys got planned besides Berto? What do you have your sights set on?
Nah, you know what? Andre Berto, we're waiting on, him to say yes to the fight. That's what we're dealing with right now. And we can't move any further than that, but we definitely want the winner of Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia. We also want the loser of Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia. And this is something I've said before. This is what these guys need to do to make themselves great. They need to fight each other. So, when we put a Danny Garcia and a Keith Thurman together, you expect a great fight. You put a Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter together for the rematch, it's going to be a great fight. You put Keith Thurman and you put Shawn Porter and Danny Garcia together for a fight, it's going to be a great fight. So these guys need to fight each other. These are pay-per-view worthy fights. If these guys will go ahead and put their egos to the side and step up into the ring.
No doubt about it. All right, Brother Kenny, I want to thank you for your time. You got any message out there for Shawn Porter fans?
Well, thank you so much, and we greatly appreciate everything. Shawn is working out every day, and we're just staying ready, waiting on the daytime and the place. But, he hasn't stopped sparring, he hasn't stopped running, he hasn't stopped hitting the bag, and he's keeping his weight low. Everything's good.
All right.